You know, we live in this strange time, more connected than ever, swiping, texting, sharing our lives with hundreds, even thousands. And yet, so many of us feel lonelier than ever. We send heart emojis at midnight, double tap photos to feel close, schedule coffee dates like business meetings. But when the screen goes dark, that hollow feeling returns. Because connection isn't just about contact, it's about being seen, understood, loved. Not for what you give, but for who you are. And somewhere along the way, we forgot how to do that. We started treating relationships like transactions, like apps we can update, delete, or refresh. But love, real love, doesn't work like that. It never did. And maybe, just maybe, the answer isn't in another podcast, another therapist, another breakup song. Maybe the answer was written 2,000 years ago by slaves, emperors, exiled philosophers, people who knew loss, betrayal, war, grief, and still found peace, still found love, still found dignity in the mess. That's Stoicism, not the cold, emotionless caricature you've heard about, not man up or suck it up. Real Stoicism, the kind that heals hearts, is about seeing clearly, loving deeply, and letting go gracefully. It's about building relationships that don't collapse under pressure because they're built on something unshakable, your own character, your own choices, your own inner freedom. So if you've ever cried over someone who didn't text back, if you've ever lost yourself trying to keep someone else happy, if you've ever wondered why love feels so hard these days, this is for you. This is Stoic love, and it might just save your relationships and yourself. Let's start with what Stoicism actually is, because most people get it wrong. They think it's about bottling up emotions, about being stone-faced, unfeeling, distant. That's not Stoicism. That's trauma wearing a philosopher's robe. Real Stoicism, the kind Epictetus taught while chained in slavery, the kind Marcus Aurelius wrote in his journal while ruling an empire at war, is about mastering your mind so your heart doesn't become a hostage. It's about knowing the difference between what you can control and what you can't. And here's the thing, in relationships, almost nothing is under your control except your own thoughts, your own actions, your own values. Their mood, not yours. Their loyalty, not yours. Whether they stay or leave, definitely not yours. And once you really absorb that, not intellectually, but deep in your bones, everything changes. You stop begging for scraps of attention, you stop twisting yourself into knots to please them, you stop taking silence as rejection, distance as failure. You begin to love from a place of fullness, not lack. And that's where real intimacy begins. Not when they finally meet your expectations, but when you finally release them. The Stoics had 4 guiding virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. And honestly, if you applied just these 4 to your relationships, you'd avoid 90% of the pain you've been through. Let's talk about wisdom first. Most relationship disasters start with misperception. We see potential and call it destiny. We feel chemistry and call it compatibility. We crave comfort and call it love. Wisdom is the quiet voice that asks, am I seeing this person clearly, or am I seeing my own loneliness dressed up as romance? Seneca said, discipline isn't about denying your feelings. It's about questioning the stories behind them. That text they didn't reply to, it doesn't mean they don't care. It might mean they're overwhelmed, or distracted, or human. Wisdom pauses before it panics. Courage comes next. And no, not the dramatic kind. The quiet, daily courage of saying, I need you without shame, of saying I was wrong without crumbling, of sitting in the discomfort of uncertainty without running away or forcing an answer. Marcus Aurelius wrote, what stands in the way becomes the way. That fight you're avoiding, that conversation you're scared to have, that's not the end of your relationship. That's the doorway into something deeper. Then there's justice, which sounds formal, but really just means treating others with basic human dignity, even when they hurt you, even when they disappoint you, even when they walk away. Justice says, I don't have to stay, but I don't have to destroy. Seneca reminded us, wherever there's a human being, there's an opportunity for kindness, not because they deserve it, but because you choose to be noble. And finally, temperance, the art of mastering desire, not killing it, guiding it, because modern love is drowning in unchecked wanting. We want constant validation, instant replies, public displays, emotional guarantees. Temperance whispers, breathe, wait, choose. Epictetus warned, no man is free who is not master of himself. If your peace depends on their attention, you're not in in a relationship, you're in captivity. Now let's talk about the most misunderstood Stoic idea, non-attachment. People hear that and think, oh, so I should just shut down, stop caring, be cold. No, that's fear pretending to be philosophy. Real non-attachment is loving fully while accepting impermanence. Think of a sunset. You can stand there, heart wide open, soaking in every color, every shift of light, and still know it will fade. Does that mean you shouldn't watch sunsets? Of course not. It means you watch them without demanding they last forever. That's Stoic love. You hold them gently, you cherish the moments, you grow together. And if the season ends, you thank them, you bless them, you let them go. Not with bitterness, but with gratitude. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." Your relationship may end, your friendship may drift, your family may wound you, but your capacity to love, that never leaves. It's yours, always. Non-attachment isn't detachment, it's devotion without dependency. So how do you actually apply this when your heart is racing, your phone is silent, and your mind is spinning? Let me give you 5 real practical Stoic tools you can use today. First, the dichotomy of control. You sent a text, no reply. Your brain screams, they're ignoring me, I'm not enough, they don't care. Pause, breathe, ask, is their response within my control? Nope. Is my interpretation within my control? Absolutely. So choose a kinder story. Maybe they're busy, maybe they're hurting, maybe they just haven't seen it. Control your narrative, not their inbox. Second, premeditatio malorum. That's Latin for preparing for the worst. Sounds grim, but it's liberating. Before a date, a hard talk, a reunion, ask, what's the worst that could happen? Could I survive it? How would I respond with dignity? If they break up with you, could you grieve, reflect, rebuild? Yes, then you're safe. This doesn't kill joy, it protects it, because now every good moment is a gift, not a guarantee. Third, the view from above. Mid-fight, voices raised, tears falling, zoom out. Imagine you're floating above the earth. See your tiny house, tiny street, tiny argument. Suddenly, it's not the end of the world. It's just 2 humans, scared, tired, trying. This perspective doesn't dismiss your pain. It gives you space to choose your response. Fourth, amor fati. Love your fate, even the painful parts. Ghosted, cheated on, left behind? Don't ask, why me? Ask, what is this teaching me? How can I rise? Marcus said, a blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything thrown into it. Let your pain become fuel, your loss become clarity, your loneliness become self-discovery. Fifth, sympathia. Shared humanity. When you're burning with resentment, pause and whisper, they too are human. They too are afraid. They too are doing their best with broken tools. This doesn't excuse harm, but it dissolves hatred. And hatred? It's poison you drink, hoping they die. Sympathia is the antidote. What does a truly Stoic relationship look like in practice? It's not perfect. It's not Instagram ready. It's not drama-free, but it's real, grounded, free. It starts with you, already whole, not looking for someone to complete you, but someone to witness you, to walk beside you. You don't need them to feel worthy, so you don't manipulate, guilt trip, or beg. You invite them from abundance, not lack. Communication becomes sacred. No games, no silent treatments, no passive aggression, just clear, kind, vulnerable truth. When I feel, I need. And when listening, you listen to understand, not to reply. Boundaries aren't walls. They're acts of love, saying no when you're drained, walking away when you're disrespected, speaking up when you're hurt, not to punish, but to preserve the dignity of the connection. And when it's time to let go, you do it with grace. You don't erase them, you don't demonize them, you thank them for the season they gave you. You keep the lesson, return the person. Marcus wrote, everything is ephemeral, both the one who remembers and the one remembered. So honor the memory, but don't chain yourself to the ghost. Let me tell you 3 quick stories, real ones, where Stoicism turned pain into power. First, Lena. She met Alex on a dating app. Sparks flew. Dates were magic. Then, radio silence. For weeks, she obsessed, texted, pleaded, blamed herself, until she read Epictetus. If someone speaks badly of you or ignores you, that's their problem, not yours. She realized his silence wasn't about her worth. It was about his capacity. She stopped chasing.